I'm really beginning to fucking understand why New York is in the situation that it's in. There's just been lately, and it's been happening a lot, there's just been some idiocy that's been fucking spewing I'm really getting down to my last nerve with it. And that is all this, oh, just blend in with the crowd, we don't want to create any troubles mentality. It's absolutely starting to drive me fucking crazy in this state. The most recent thing, and this has happened before, but I've just been seeing it lately with things like the latest naval yard shooting. The latest thing is this Starbucks thing. Now, I always knew that whole Starbucks nonsense was a red herring anyway. If you're unaware, Starbucks made a letter or a statement or whatever a while back where they said, we're not going to infringe on local laws, and if they allow open carry in your stores, our stores aren't going to put up a policy that says, you can open carry. That's great, but I knew that was red herring because Starbucks isn't going to say we're pro-gun and all that shit. All that they said is they're not going to take a stance either way on the issue. They are simply going to follow the local laws. That's great. However, some people and the gun community has a big problem with burning bridges, i.e. taking things way too far, both in the positive and negative direction. So they took that and they said, man, I love Starbucks. I gotta take my friends there, man. I gotta post about this on Facebook. I gotta like it on Facebook. I gotta invite my whole family there. I'm gonna buy some coffee for you. I'm like, you people need to settle the fuck down because I think you're taking this the wrong way. The same thing happens in the negative direction if you're talking about something like, I don't know, Bank of America, when one person at Bank of America decided to not let a certain company open up an account there. Oh, they hate guns. They're the most anti-American company ever. I'm going to burn the bridges. I'm going to close my accounts. I'm going to slaughter their livestock. I'm going to burn their crops. Again, you need to settle out with that burning the bridges crap. But the whole Starbucks thing, back to where we were. Recently, Starbucks made another letter where they said, we don't want this to be a venue where you can, where you have to have these big arguments, these big anti-gun protests, or these big pro-gun demonstrations and shit like that. And, which is not surprising to me, because I knew jumping on that whole Starbucks is with us now just because they're going to follow local laws thing is a bunch of crap. Anyway. But they finally released this statement saying that, we want this to be a place where you get coffee, not a place where you get demonstrations. And then again, of course, these crazy, we really have some crazy people on the pro-gun side here. Then they take that as a burning bridge. Oh, I hate Starbucks now. I'll never buy another drink. Their coffee tastes like crap and shit like that. So, settle down with that burning bridges crap. But what really gets me, and was one of the things that is really starting to piss me off, is I can see why New York is in the position it's in, because we have these people on these forums that are saying, well, you know what, the reason for Starbucks making this statement was those damn open carry demonstrators. Okay, like the people that would go into the store and they would have a gun on their hip, or they would go in to show their support and they would have a rifle slung on their back or something like that. And it pisses me off because in free states, that might be something where it's like, yeah, fuck yeah, man, supporting your rights. Whereas in New York, we got this fucking mindset where they're open carry demonstrators. They don't really open carry nothing. They're open carriers. They ain't demonstrating nothing. It's like when you see the videos online where somebody gets stopped by the cops and the cops say, can I see your license and registration or something like that? And they're not doing anything wrong. They're just walking down the street, i.e. the cop doesn't have any right or reason to get that information. They can ask all they want. You just don't have to give them to them. And somebody will videotape the incident where they're standing up for their rights and not getting their Fourth Amendment raped right up the sphincter. They'll stand up for themselves and say, am I being detained? Am I free to go and shit like that? And some cops are good and say, okay, you stand up for your rights and stuff. I don't want to deal with you. But the videotapes are for the cops that are like, oh, do I have to get my supervisor down here? I'll bring the drug dogs. Oh my god, sir, I'm a cop and you're just supposed to bow down and kiss my shins. No. And they call it, but then again, people in the free states might be saying, that's good, standing up for your rights, we need more of that. But then you got this New York mentality, which is, I understand why I'm beginning to understand when pro-gunners have this attitude, pro-gunners in this state have this attitude, I'm beginning to understand why the state is as fucked up as it is. So they'll see those YouTube videos and they'll be like, those damn rights activists standing up for their rights, they're giving the cops a hard time. They should just be complying. It's not that much to provide your identification. These damn demonstrators. Where in the free states, that's not demonstrating anything. That's just living and, not bowing down to the cops. But apparently, again, this New York mindset, anybody that actually stands up for themselves or has pride in what they're doing, oh, we'll get to that in a second. Anybody that has pride in what they're doing is in activist or a demonstrator, or they shouldn't do that because it's not normal and they just shouldn't do that. Lest we forget that AR-15s aren't totally normal. They might be the most popular sporting rifle in America, but then again, let's remember that some people own multiples, and a lot of people, when they see an AR-15, I don't know about a lot of people, but some people, when they see an AR-15, are like, that's not normal, that's a baby killer. Therefore, do these same people that say these cop videos where people are demonstrating their rights, do those people also turn in their AR-15s? Because that's not normal. Why create problems? You might scare the fuzz. And if a cop sees that, he might think it's an assault weapon. Why create problems with the cops? Oh, that's another thing they say. You're just trying to give cops a hard time. Let's not forget that the cops wouldn't have a hard time if they didn't stop you for something that they shouldn't have been stopping you for in the first place. We'll just forget about that for a second. Oh, we're giving cops a hard time. So the big thing, like I said, is this whole thing where if you open carry, and it's a state where it's your right to open carry, these morons in New York are saying, well, that's just people that's just demonstrators, and Starbucks isn't the place to demonstrate stuff like that. What if I told you they don't have to be demonstrating anything? What if I told you that's just normal out there? But the thing that really set me over the edge, really pushed me over the edge for this video, was this latest thread that I saw where somebody removed the stickers from their car because of an incident. What happened? Here's what happened. Apparently, somebody had stickers on their car, and some sort of pro-gun sticker. And a guy, he got into some road rage and stuff like that, and the guy buzzed right past him, and he got pulled down the road, and apparently he told the cop, the guy behind me, the one with the sticker on his car, he pulled a gun on me and flashed it in my face. You know, just trying to get because the guy's an asshole, he's trying to get the guy in trouble so he can get out of a speeding ticket. So the cop chases the guy after that was behind him, the one with the sticker on his car, and he pulls him over, and he was arrested or something like that for, flashing a gun around and shit. So apparently because he had the sticker on his car, that's what got him arrested. For me, that's a terrible reason to remove the stickers from your car. That's again kind of like bowing to these anti-gun people, which I won't do. The back of my car is plastered across the. I have a Jeep Liberty. Across the back gate there, the glass. There's huge letters on the back. It says the Walther logo and then Walther P99. I have pride in that. I have absolutely no problems. I hope when I'm going through the city, we got some people that are like, look at this fucking gun, and I bet you he would support, splattering kids, because that's just their mindset. That's what they think anyway. It would have been the same thing if these anti-gun nuts, see an AR-15, and they're like, oh, that's a baby splatterer. The AR-15 that was used in this Navy ship. Oh, wait, no, it wasn't. The news just said it was, because they don't fucking care about the facts. Nonsense. We'll just put them into paper anyway. I have stickers all over the back of my car. I have a Glock sticker, I got Walther stickers, all that kind of shit. I have a diver sticker, open water diver sticker, but that's a totally different story. But then again, I have pride in that too. So because of some ridiculous situation, or because of how somebody might feel, you might offend somebody, do you think that's a valid reason to just hide all your pride? Now here's a situation that I know some people can relate to, but not me, because I don't participate in any of this religious nonsense. But if you were, say, I don't know, a Christian or a Muslim or something like that, and I don't know, you did something crazy like had a crucifix, what are those things called, the rosary, and you had that hanging down from your mirror, and somebody came up to you and said, I'm offended by that, I don't think you should have that rosary. Or, would you bend over and take it in the sphincter like these gun owners in New York are doing? Well, we don't want to open carry because that might offend people. Well, we don't want to have stickers on our car because that might offend people. But if you dare touch any of their religious stuff, they'll fucking flip their fucking lid. They'll show you how stickered up their car can be. They'll put crosses. They'll put T's. They'll change the first letter of their name to T just so it looks like a cross so they can support Jesus even more. That is what they would do. Yet when it comes to a far, far, far more important right, the, Second Amendment and shit like that, the gun, which is in a dire straits here in New York, they are just so willing to bend over and take it. The free states, oh, you have an open carrier, you go to the sandwich shop, you see somebody that's gun on their hip, that's fine. Go, sandwich shops get robbed. I'm thinking specifically of an episode of Lockup that I saw where they went in and the girl had a handgun on their side, and they had to make it a whole segment on the show, like, oh my god, we got served from a sandwich from somebody that had a gun on. And I'm like, oh my god, what if I told you I went to a building where they have a whole bunch of lanes, and I see a whole bunch of people carrying, a whole bunch of guns, and they're loaded too. States. It would blow your fucking mind. You wouldn't believe it. But they made a big deal. Oh yeah, she was making her sandwich and she had a gun. Why do you need a gun to make a sandwich? What if I told you it ain't there to make the sandwiches? It's, why do you need a fire extinguisher in the kitchen? You don't put, fire extinguisher foam on sandwiches either. Oh dear. But in the free states, open carry, that's good. But here in New York, it's open carry demonstrators. Obviously, they don't carry in New York, but we're watching videos from other states and stuff like that. It's open carry demonstrators, and it's, if a gun sticker happens to offend somebody, you should probably take it off, because you don't want to cause trouble. Yes, you do want to cause trouble, and it's not really trouble that you want to cause. It's bringing light to the issue. If that sticker offends people, it gets people talking about it. And then maybe, just maybe, you can get enough people that are saying, if it offends you, I don't fucking care. You can go blow a goat. Because that is exactly what would happen if anybody dare touched any of that sacred religion crap. If you had a crucifix and somebody told you offended you, the shit would hit the fan. Yeah, and even more fundamental, right? You're going to just bend over and take it and call the people that don't just, carry the people that are actually demonstrating the right open carriers and shit, call those people crazy? Are you out of your mind? You're going to take the stuff off your car because it might offend people or it might get you in trouble? Are you? Oh my God. And I see, I look at this and I can see this is exactly why New York is in this current situation. Because we're in this mindset that, if it's not normal, if it's out of the ordinary, then, we just shouldn't deal with that because it might cause problems. Oh, my God. Just think back. Oh, yeah, these British, they aren't treating us too well here and shit, taxation and representation. But, I don't really want to cause problems. I mean, let's just go along. Are you kidding me? Oh, this is why New York is in this state. We're never going to have good gun laws in this state. I mean, even good gun laws in this state, laws that are even similar to what happens in America, because there's no way I consider this state in America. If we have pro-gunners that have this mindset, well, let's just not cause problems. Fuck that. And it's not causing problems. That's where they get confused. It's not causing problems. It's standing up for what you believe in. Because if everybody stood up for what they believe in, then the ones that are going to be causing the problems are the ones that say, yeah, I don't really think that you guys should be doing that. Those are going to be the ones that are causing the problems. Just like in a free state. You think if you went in Arizona and somebody had a big page out there that said, the people that are open carrying guns are causing a lot of problems. They need to be made illegal. Do you think that everybody's going to be saying, yeah, I don't really agree with open carry? Or do you think they're going to be saying, that's what you can do with that thought? Because I know what I think would happen, but unfortunately, that won't happen in New York. Yeah, I'm so sick of this whole New York just bend down and take it mentality that's crazy. I don't care if you're offended by the stickers that are on the back of my car. In fact, I hope you are, because then you might tell a few more people, and they might tell you where you can stick that thought for safekeeping. But yeah, this was just a rant that came from reading some of these posts today. Oh my goodness, I got my Apple TV screensaver in the background there going because I stopped a program to make this video. But thanks for watching, and give your thoughts on this issue. Do you think that, if there's something that needs more attention? Do you think if it offends people, you should just bury it because you don't want to offend people? Or do you think, I don't care if I offend the people. It's good. If you are offended by something that used to be normal, then maybe there's a problem. So what's your thoughts on that? I'd love to hear them. Put them down there in the comments. Do you think... And as a sub thing you can put on the comments, what are your thoughts on open versus concealed carry? I'm not even talking about laws at this time. I'm talking about if it was legal, which, of course, in this commie state it's not. If it was legal, would you open carry? Absolutely yes, absolutely not, or situation depending. I've heard both the arguments. I've heard don't open carry, they'll be the first one that a robber shoots. I've heard do open carry, it's a deterrent, and my personal thought is depending on the situation. Sometimes you might want to carry a full-size pistol and that's not going to fit in your pants too well. Sometimes you're just wearing clothes, I don't know, say summer clothes, and you wouldn't have the chance to conceal carry. And then again, sometimes you might have beard clothes and want the element of surprise, or for whatever reason you might want to keep it concealed. So that's your thought. We don't have that choice here in New York. So talk about those in the comments. What do you think? Just don't offend people and go along with it, or stand up for what you believe in, or talk about concealed versus open carry. Thanks for watching, and don't worry about if it offends people. That's my view. Take it easy, guys.